Speaking on behalf of myself and the faculty and students here, I feel really fortunate to have had the opportunity to bring Point Break into our high school. It's been about 4 years now since we started the Point Break program here at Colonie High School, and it's hard to imagine moving forward without it. It's become a staple for our 9th grade transition program, but also for our community on a whole. We have many teachers who look forward to the experience every year, and students who are hearing about it in advance and looking forward to it when they come to the high school. It's a day filled with emotion, with being real, with creating hundreds of change agents to come back to the high school and make a difference. The home lives, the baggage, the stories, the history, we all have different things to bring to the table. Point Break puts those out there to talk about, to discuss. We live in an era of technological advancements where students and children are becoming more of techno cocoons every day. They hibernate in their rooms and they constantly use their phone and they rely solely on technology to interact socially, and it even replaces physical interactions. Point Break reminds us that we're at a loss if we don't know how to communicate with one another effectively. It's been a great way to introduce our students to high school expectations of how we treat people, showing respect, listening, understanding that we all have our own stories and that it's important that we listen to each other's stories and don't make judgments based on our own past experiences. This is our 4th year, and from the first year, students continue to maintain that this experience is worthwhile and that they highly recommend it for the class following them. To the numbers of 98%, 99% of our students acknowledging that this is something that they would like to do again and or have their peers do the following year. All of these things would not be possible without Point Break and their staff members, who have really captured the essence of what the students need and how they need to be spoken to as young adults. It takes the conversation from a middle school level and makes it a high school conversation for young adults, which they can understand, that they can learn from, they can grow with, and bring back to the high school every single day. The goal is to bring Point Break into our lives every day. And I've seen that with reduced number of referrals, with common language between staff members and students. It's a day that each student can reflect on and remember where they were emotionally and physically and bring it into our halls. And I think the benefits of that and the benefits of the time that we've spent making sure Point Break is part of our students' curriculum has been well worth it, and worth its weight in whatever monetary sense you can put to it, but certainly gold too. Point Break, though it's not part of the traditional curriculum, is essential to the soft skills that we need to develop as a high school to prepare our students for life. It is about producing students and citizens that listen first and talk second. And when they do talk, they're consoling and they're encouraging and they're inspiring. They're not talking for the sake of being heard, they're talking for the sake of making a difference.